Most men think comfort is a good thing. Comfort means stability. Comfort means safety. Comfort means you're doing life right. Nice routine, predictable days, nothing too risky, nothing too embarrassing. You wake up, you do your work, you come home, you scroll a little, relax on the couch. Nothing explodes, nothing collapses. Everything is comfortable. And that's exactly the problem because comfort doesn't destroy your life all at once. Comfort destroys it slowly, quietly, day after day. Your world gets a little smaller, your ambitions shrink a little more, and your potential slowly suffocates inside a perfectly safe routine. And if that sounds dramatic, stick with me, because in a minute I'm going to show you the real reason men cling to comfort and why it has nothing to do with safety. Here's the dirty secret about comfort. Men don't actually want comfort. They want protection from embarrassment, protection from being wrong, protection from looking stupid. Think about it. Most safe decisions in a man's life aren't really about safety. They're about social risk. Starting a business isn't dangerous, but failing publicly, that feels dangerous. Changing careers isn't fatal, but telling people you're leaving your stable job, well, that feels risky. Moving to a new city isn't life-threatening, but explaining that decision to family and friends, well, now you're exposed. So what do most men do? They hide inside comfort, because comfort offers one powerful benefit. If you never try anything bold, you never have to face judgment, and your ego loves that deal. The problem is that creates a psychological trap. At first, staying comfortable feels responsible, mature. You're being careful, strategic, patient. But slowly, something changes. You stop asking, what do I actually want? And you start asking, what's the safest option? See, every decision gets filtered through that question. Safe job, safe opinions, safe relationships, safe lifestyle. And before you realize it, your entire life has been optimized for avoiding comfort, which sounds reasonable until you notice something disturbing. Nothing meaningful ever happens there. Comfortable men rarely build interesting lives. They maintain predictable ones. Now, I've met guys who've been thinking about the same idea for 5 years. Start the business, write the book, change careers, move somewhere new. 5 years later, they're still talking about it. Same conversation, same excuses, same comfortable life, because the moment they get too close to acting, the fear shows up. What if it fails? What if others judge me? What if I'm wrong? So they retreat. Back to the couch, back to the routine, back to the place where nothing threatens the ego. And eventually something strange happens. The dream doesn't die dramatically. It just fades quietly, sadly, replaced by Netflix, scrolling, and the slow comfort of lowered expectations. Now, here's the real damage comfort does. It trains your brain to avoid growth. Every time you dodge discomfort, your brain learns a lesson. Avoiding risk keeps me safe. But the brain doesn't stop there. Soon it expands the rule. Avoid hard conversations. Avoid bold decisions. Avoid uncertain opportunities. Your tolerance for discomfort shrinks. And the smaller that tolerance becomes, the smaller your life becomes with it, because growth and discomfort are inseparable. You can't have one without the other. That promotion, discomfort. That new relationship, discomfort. That big move, discomfort. The entire path to a bigger life is paved with moments where you feel unsure. Comfort removes those moments, and in doing so, it removes your potential. Here's a question most men hate asking themselves. If your life stayed exactly the same for the next 10 years, would you be proud of it? Same routines, same job, same ambitions, same level of risk. If that idea makes you uneasy, that's your instinct, and it's trying to wake you up because deep down, you already know the truth. Comfort isn't protecting you, it's stalling you. And the longer you stay there, the harder it becomes to leave. So, how do you break that comfort trap? Well, first, start noticing when you choose comfort over growth, not huge decisions, small ones. Avoiding a hard conversation, delaying a risky idea, staying quiet when you should speak. Those moments matter. Second, deliberately build discomfort tolerance. Do things that stretch you. Take small risks. Make decisions before everything feels certain. Your brain adapts to the level of challenge that you expose it to. Third, understand this. Confidence doesn't come from comfort. Confidence comes from surviving discomfort. Every time you take a risk and survive it, your brain updates the story. Maybe I can handle more than I thought. That's how growth actually happens, not through safety, through action. Comfort feels safe. That's why it's so dangerous, because you don't notice what it's costing you until years have passed and nothing changed. But here's the part most men don't see. Even when they know they're stuck in comfort, they still don't move. They think about it, they sit with it, they tell themselves they'll act when it feels right. And that's where things start getting worse, because now it's not just comfort. Now it's your own mind holding you in place. We're going there next.